What's up, YouTube? So today we are going to be looking at this guy. This is a Dell Latitude E6400, much like the one I had 5 or 6 years ago, which some of you will undoubtedly remember. And this is the review of the Dell Latitude E6400 laptop computer. And basically the story with that is, that computer was actually, I think the videos that I made on that computer were quite popular, especially for the time. I think they were some of my most popular videos at the time, and they're still, getting comments and stuff today, so it was kind of an infamous computer on this channel. Anyway, here's another one. So this one is a little bit different than the one I had, most notably because it is blue in color. Now, I think back when these came out, these were available in 3 colors. Obviously the one I had before was black, which is what most people had, I would assume. It came in this nice blue color, and I believe it also came in a red. And then, of course, for the later generation, they changed, I believe they changed it to just kind of this, like, brushed aluminum color. But anyhow, today we're going to be looking at this machine here. The color is just fantastic. I actually got this off of a friend of mine, and pretty much the only reason I bought it was because of the color. This thing is just really nice. This color is actually really close to the color of one of my cars, so that's kind of interesting. It's in pretty good shape. I believe the friend of mine that I bought it from said he did end up replacing quite a lot of the exterior plastics, which would explain the good condition. Of course, this guy is still a little bit loose, which we'll have to see about fixing later, and this part is cracked just a little bit, but overall it's in pretty decent shape now. Of course, the interior is still black, but blue and black looks really nice. And yeah, this was the flagship business grade machine from Dell in about 2008, 2009. So yeah, I quite like these machines back in the day, and obviously, they're pretty darn old now, and they're not really useful, but, I still enjoy them. I think they were cool. But, however, I will say this, I believe, or I'm of the opinion that the machines that came after this, the E6420, the E6430, that kind of chassis was built a little bit better than these. So, but anyway, yeah. Yeah, everything is still pretty much the same. This one is a little bit higher end than the one I had before. This one does have a, DVD RW, DVD multi-drive, which is color matched the machine, obviously, which is pretty cool. I've never actually seen one of these blue ones in person, and of course now I have one, so that's cool. You have all your, familiar ports. I'm not going to go over that because if you want to, you can look at my video from 6 years ago on the subject, but yeah, SD card slot, which is kind of nice. And the other thing I really liked about these machines was that the entire bottom cover just comes off. You just pretty much just take out this screw here, and I believe that was it. And then this whole thing would slide out, and you could get access to, the CPU, the RAM, the other stuff like that. So that was pretty neat. Of course, battery in this machine does work, which is cool. And yeah, so I guess we can go ahead and open it up. Of course, from the inside, it just looks like a normal E6400. They didn't extend the colors to the interior of the machine, but just kind of looking down and seeing that blue border is kind of cool. So there you go. This is obviously a Core 2 Duo machine. I'll go ahead and start it up while I continue talking about it. This one is a little bit higher end than the one I had before. The one I had, I got off eBay, I believe, and it was kind of base model. And I obviously did a bunch of upgrades to it. I increased the RAM, I put a backlit keyboard in it, I upgraded the processor, but this one is a little bit more nice, in other words, from the factory. The one I had before just had the integrated Intel graphics, whereas this one has an NVIDIA Quadro NVS 160M, which is kind of neat. And you may be able to tell in just a second that the display is a lot nicer in this one as well. The one I had before was a 1280 by 800. This one is the nicer 1440 by 900 panel. And that was one complaint I had with my original one, was just the quality of the display. So it's kind of nice to have, a better one now. I'll go ahead and turn down the brightness on this so you can actually, see. If there's any sort of flickering and stuff, that's just my camera. It must just be the refresh rate of the display doing that, but yeah, anyhow, down here, it's your typical Dell business notebook from the time. This one does have the the contact for, I believe, a smart card right there, which is kind of cool. No backlit keyboard on this one though, which is kind of disappointing. But anyhow, we'll go ahead and take a quick look on the machine itself. There's really not much on it because the friend that sold this to me, obviously did a clean install. But we can take a look at that. And wow, that flickering's really annoying. But anyhow, Core 2 Duo P8400 2.26 gigahertz, so that part's not really high end either. And this one only has 4 gigs of RAM. I'll have to see if I can put a little bit more RAM in it, but yeah, there you go. I actually have not checked how big this hard drive is yet. I know it's a hard drive though, so it's a 160. Okay, well, anyhow, it's decent enough. And I pretty much only got this computer because it's blue. I really no other reason because I obviously have a horde of laptops down there and I don't really use any of them. I just kind of have them to collect them. So, but other than that, there you go. There's not really much else I can say about it. I've already made a bunch of videos on this machine, 5 or 6 years ago, so there's really no point in me reiterating all of that information, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys this machine because I thought it was really cool that it was blue. And so there you go, kind of a little throwback for you guys. But anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.